I'm Renee, and welcome to this episode of Spotlight. Today on Spotlight, I have Coach Rodriguez. He's a track coach here at Cleveland High School, and I'm going to be talking to him, and he's going to be letting us know a little bit more about the track team. All right, so Coach Rodriguez, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. It's the Monday before spring break,
Right.
so I'm excited.
Okay, will you tell me about yourself and how you got into coaching?
My dad's a coach. He's a teacher and coach. I graduated high school in '97 in Corpus Christi. Got a track scholarship to Arkansas State, and when I graduated there, my family relocated to Houston, and pretty much came with them. So I've been coaching in this district for going on 5 years.
Wow. All right, so what is a normal day at track practice like?
A normal day at track practice is normally we'll start off with we have a number of different coaches, and we're all assigned to field events. So I coach boys and girls throwing. Coach Sykes coaches boys and girls jumpers.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Stanley does the high jump. Coach Taylor does boys and girls pole vault. So we all work our field event aspect, and then normally Coach Sykes, Coach Stanley, and Coach Wilding are in charge of the sprinters and the middle distance guys and the relays. So then after about another 45 minutes or so, they start going into their handoffs and they start conditioning and stuff like that. So we work two aspects of the track team every day, which field events and the conditioning aspect of running and stuff.
Right, so it sounds like practice is usually pretty productive.
Yeah, normally, you got to go out there and be ready to work, yeah.
So what do you think it takes to make a successful team member?
A good track team member, you're going to need to be disciplined because track is technically an individual sport, meaning that there's only three aspects there's three relays, and so that's where a runner's going to take a baton, pass it to their partner, and they run a certain distance, and then they pass it to their partner. And so most of your track team work is definitely individual, with the fact that I might run the 100-meter dash, you might run the 800. We're not going to train the same. So I'm going to actually have to do a lot of my working out, not necessarily on my own, but be expected to go out and finish the workout, because the coach that works with me at that time might also be working with another kid in a different aspect of training. So you really got to be disciplined and be able to put forth that effort by yourself sometimes.
Right, so you've got to be a hard worker.
Absolutely.
That way you succeed individually.
Absolutely.
Because it doesn't rely on anybody else.
Exactly.
All right, so what are some things you really enjoy when it comes to coaching?
I guess I get a lot of it from my dad. One of the big things where I was the oldest of four boys. My youngest brother's probably your age. He'll sign somewhere this year for a track scholarship. We all receive track scholarships, so I think the big thing is definitely getting the athlete to be successful, not just at the ultimately getting to the next level, possibly a college scholarship or something, but being competitive in district, being able to advance to the regional track meet, and then possibly after regional track meet, being able to advance to state. And I think that's the best part when it comes to breaking school records, breaking state records or anything like that. I think I enjoy that the most, just because I'm being able to give what I felt in high school or what I felt through competition to one of my athletes.
Right.
I enjoy that.
Right. Okay, so what are some things you expect from participants this year?
What do I expect? Going back to being disciplined, a lot of preparation for the track meets. It's a craft. Like, what you're doing is a craft. If you're a long jumper, you're working on certain aspects of your technique, throwers, vaulters, everything like that. And really a lot of rhythm takes place with your relays, knowing when it's time to leave, knowing when you're taking a handoff, knowing when you're giving it. And so, the determination and really the discipline of being prepared so that you go to a track meet and you don't look foolish out there, I think that means a lot. And I think that that's something that I would expect our kids to really be working at right now.
Right. Okay. So are there any members in particular that stand out for you?
I think our field events wise, our boys, pole vaulters, Mitchell Reams, Matt Patton, they've been doing real good. They've went to a couple track meets already, and they've been getting first and second. I believe Mitchell Reams has went to regionals in the past, so he should be a regional qualifier. Those guys have the potential to be regional qualifiers. Julius Buckley's been a regional qualifier in the high jump, so we think he's got a good chance to go as well. Girls-wise, we have Caroline Cook, who's a senior. She will be repeating as district champion, and she's been to regionals also as a sophomore and junior, so we're hoping that she goes back. Running-wise, I think our relay, maybe our 4x1 and 4x2 both went last year. We have returners from that group, and they should be able to do well. also. So we're looking at being able to advance quite a few individuals, and at least that's our plan. That's our expectations for that.
So we should be expecting quite a bit of success probably
Yes,
in this track season.
yes, definitely. We should have a good handful or two handful of individuals, boys and girls, competing at the regional meet in Humble.
All right, so how are y'all doing so far this year?
Thursday is going to be our first meet. We've taken a few kids, basically our upperclassmen and the ones that have been available to practice since basketball. We just got finished with basketball a couple weeks back. We went to a couple of meets, but just with low numbers of kids going. So basically the kids that I've mentioned, those have been the ones that have been doing well, and they've had the opportunity to go to those track meets. So it's still a little early in the track season, but our first two meets that we've had kids go to, they've done good. They've placed. They've scored points, which is what's important. You want to score points. That's kind of the team aspect of track and field. Your individual events add up to a team scoring total, and so that's how you try to win meets and stuff. But they've been doing well. It's been a good first couple of weeks.
That's good. So when is y'all's next meet?
Our next meet will be Thursday in Splendora, so we'll get a chance to see, and we normally do, we see a lot of our district opponents. You know, we'll see 4A, 5A schools from the surrounding areas, but we'll see a lot of our district opponents. And we're hoping, you know, the weather's been up and down the last couple of weeks, especially through the month of February. So we're hoping that we'll be able to have the track meet Thursday. It's supposed to be thunderstorms, but collectively as a team, this would be the first meet that we should have a large group of kids attending and being able to go through everything. And then we'll have our JV kids be able to attend some track meets after spring break. So we're really looking forward to it. We've got about 3 to 4 meets that we're going to be able to go to before our district track meet, which is in Huffman on April 9th. So we're really excited about it, and as long as the weather stays like it was today, we'll be good.
Right, well, we'll hope for sunny skies so that way y'all can go and
keep your fingers crossed.
Right, all right. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. I want to say thank you for coming and sharing this with me.
Absolutely, thank you for having me.
All right, well, I'm Renee, and that's all I've got for today. I'll see you next time on Spotlight.